Good evening, everyone. I'll call to order the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of East Ridge, August 13th, 2026, 6 p.m. I'd like to invite Terry Arnold with the Pentecostals of East Ridge to come forward, provide our invocation, and lead us in our pledge, if everyone would stand if able.
Can we all bow our heads? Lord Jesus, we thank you tonight for your many blessings upon us individually, upon our city. We thank you for our leaders tonight. We ask you, Lord, to bless them tonight, and as they deliberate, give them wisdom, Lord, to do what is best for our city. Lord, we ask you for your blessings in the future. Bless those that are sick and shut in tonight. Bless our officers and our first responders, we pray. In the wonderful name of Jesus.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Mayor Williams.
Here.
Vice Mayor Tyler.
Here.
Cagle.
Here.
Councilmember Ezell.
Here.
Councilmember Witt. Here. City Manager Coral.
Here.
City Attorney Litchfield.
Here. Before I get to the next item on the agenda, I would like to recognize and thank State Representative Esther Helton Haynes for being here. Also, we have Josh Whichman, which is our newly elected county commissioner, and we also have Katie Perkins, newly elected school board for our district. So welcome y'all here. Thank you. The next item is our Milestone Service Award. We had a little error at the last meeting, and we recognized the wrong brother, Tyler, and actually it was Travis Ezell that we had 5 years of service. So we appreciate him. We've got that corrected, and we appreciate his dedication to 5 years of service, along with all of our employees. As I mentioned regularly, they are the reason that our city is successful and moving in the right direction. So we thank him and all of our employees as well. I'll move to the next item, which is the approval of the consent agenda. This is the approval of the minutes from July the 23rd, 2026, and also the approval of the surplus property. I assume everyone's had an opportunity to review those, and I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a motion approved by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any corrections or discussion? See none. Roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Consent agenda approved. We'll move to the next item is communications from citizens. This is an opportunity for a citizen to come forward, address the council with any questions, concerns, accolades. Each person will have up to 5 minutes. We have one that is signed in. Don Coulter? Yes, sir.
Well, again, I thank y'all for the opportunity to be here and let me speak.
Is your, let's see if your mic is on. Is that button pushed?
Can you hear me now?
There we go. That way it's recorded and we got you for the record. Thank you.
I appreciate, my name's Don Coulter. I appreciate y'all letting me speak again. I spoke a month ago. My concern today is the new community center, and it's not the community center, it looked great. But my concern is that y'all are going to charge senior citizens, and I need to ask, I guess, Mr. Corral, since his name came up today when I asked about this. I asked a person over there, I said, well, who decided on the fee? And they said, Mr. Corral told us.
We're evaluating the fee structure for the entire community center. We historically have charged youth who come in to use it. So we're looking at how do we provide equitable fee structure for everybody. Any fee would be very, very minimal, and it would be on a monthly basis. They haven't been finalized yet, as the facility is yet to open.
I understand that, but do y'all realize what kind of black eye this looks for us? it's an embarrassment that you're gonna charge senior citizens to come over there and exercise and dance and whatever. I mean, I know it's only $5, but that's not the point of it. The point is that why should the senior citizens pay for it when they've been paying taxes here all their life? And this is probably the only place they get to go. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever been over there and watched, but there's some pretty old people over there and they're not too good, and I don't know that they could drive all over town. Plus, we will be the only municipal in the county that charges a fee to the senior citizens.
Well, we'll continue, like I said, no decision's been made and nothing's been finalized, so we're continuing to evaluate that. The center's scheduled to open on the 22nd, and there will not be a fee structure to begin with, no.
All right, that was it. And also, I have a comment for Mr. Litchford. Your name came up in conversation the other day, and it was by one of my trusted people that is good in business, and they said that you will be highly recommended and that you will do a great job here. And I'll not say a person's name because, you know, that's kind of politics thing, but I will tell you afterwards. But we're glad to have you, and you did well. And I would like to see this just for the seniors. Like I say, it just looks bad because no other municipality does it. And, you know, I understand, you know, that, hey, everybody wants to pay everything, but these are older people and they deserve some sort of break from the city.
Understood.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for coming. All right, that is the only one that actually signed in, but I'll open it up for anyone else in the audience. If anyone would like to come and address the council, you're welcome to, and you have up to 5 minutes. Yes, sir. Since you didn't sign in, I do need your name and address for the record.
Tim Blaze, 1801 McBrien.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to go off what Don was just saying about charging for the community center. Are they going to start charging people for the splash pad, the park, the dog park, etc.? I mean, it's all city stuff. They're going to have another. I don't know if they're still going to have that park down there at Springvale they were talking about. Charge for it too. You know, it's just, you know, I've lived in this East Ridge for 43 years. My taxes have paid for that building. They paid for this building. It pays for your salary. That's all I've got to say.
I appreciate that. We appreciate your comments. Absolutely. They will be taken into consideration. Anyone else? All right. I will move on to communications of council members. I will start with Mr. Councilman Cagle down below. Do you have anything?
No, sir, not at this time.
Vice Mayor Tyler.
I just wanted to, again, congratulate the winners of the most recent election, Katie Perkins for school boards and Josh Wichman for county commission. And if they work half as hard as they did on that campaign for our county, I think we're in good hands. So just want to extend a hand out to them.
Thank you, sir.
And
Councilman Witt.
I too want to congratulate them and thank you for the hard work and what you're going to be doing in the future. Thank you.
All right. I will ask Ms. Skiles to come forward to tell us all this stuff instead of you hearing me talk through it. Let her talk about what's going on in Camp Jordan.
I made sure I had everything on my phone today. So for sports registration right now, we have baseball, t-ball, flag football, and cheerleading. We have signups open through tonight, Friday, and Saturday, and we will close. And we've already hit our numbers from last year, but we tried to give people more time since school had started to get signed up. In softball, we have openings still in the 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and we have those online. Rec soccer has already started. We have 571 kids now signed up for rec. CFCA and the Red Wolves have all started also practicing club. We have the high school and middle schools that are about to start and our homeschool children. So they've all been going since Monday, last week when we opened the fields. And then our adult softball kicked off this past Tuesday night. Now to go to the other things that we have for the Parks and Rec. August 22nd, which is next Saturday, will be our community center grand opening. For people that may not know, the community center was under construction for the past 2 years, and that was because me and two other employees plus our city manager at that time went after a grant called our LPRF grant, where the state, TDEC, paid for half of the community center along with what the city also chipped in for us. So that was a very valuable grant for us to be able to do the upgrades, which is what we used to do the splash pad and playground a few years back. This celebration will do the ribbon cutting at 11. We've invited the public to tour the facility. Visitors can participate in different family fun activities that Hannah will have going throughout the building. We'll have a light lunch. We have some raffles from some of the local businesses here also. So the guys are really hard at work on getting things done over there. I went and checked in on them before I come over here, and I'll be over there all next week also helping get things ready. So again, everybody's invited next Saturday at 11 o'clock for the ribbon cutting. I started promoting our Christmas in July, our parade, which will happen on Saturday, November 21st. It will start at 6:30 at Germantown Road and come down Ringo Road to Tombras. You can check out our Eastridge Parks and Rec website. I already have the forms on there early. And I'll start launching it and pushing it out to everybody in the middle of September. Then we have our Eastridge Fall Festival. This is a festival that is free to everybody. Doesn't matter where you're from, what you do. It will be on Saturday, September 19th from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 11 to 4. We have petting zoo, we have a kids corner, we have a pumpkin patch, we have craft vendors, we'll have food court people. So again, this will be at our amphitheater. It's free entry. This event is done again with the city in connection with a lot of our sponsors here in the city of Eastridge. A lot of businesses have helped put into this festival. And at the direction of council, a few years ago, we made it into a 2-day festival, and it's went really, really good for us. So those are some of the things going on in Parks and Rec right now.
Thank you, ma'am. And I think we may have a little update coming about the Christmas parade. We may have a little gathering afterwards, if I'm not mistaken.
I have sent myself a lot of ideas since we've had some changes that me and City Manager Coral are going to work on and look at some other options. I do have to get with fire.
Didn't mean to
and
put you on the spot.
police. Huh?
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Oh, no, you're
Don't
fine.
forget, you just put me on the
I
spot.
literally took
We've talked
the
about
other
this
day,
several times.
I have an email. I sent it on Tuesday, and I have a whole list of all of these different Christmas parades around us have taken snippets of what they've done, so I can put it together and present it.
Yeah,
So-
we're hoping to have a gathering at the venue,
Yes.
not change one
So,
afterwards with maybe
we have
Santa
to-
and some cookies and
And I gotta
hot
get
chocolate
with Mike,
and stuff like that.
since he's placed Santa, so we may have to do a couple
Awesome.
of Santas. So, but yes, I do have to get
Thank
with
you.
fire and police on safety things. But the gathering, we will look at again trying to do it between both buildings, maybe, because one of our biggest problems is everybody turns onto Tombras, so this area gets really congested. Plus, we also have Touch the Sky at the arena that weekend for a 3-day Christmas event already. So I've reached out to her in a partnership maybe that we could direct people down there during the day and then come up here in the evening to celebrate us
Awesome.
a little bit in a different way.
May
Thank
I
you.
ask something?
Yes.
While you're up here, I noticed we have several pickleball people in the court today.
Mhm.
Would you explain, will we start pickleball with September, or when
So
will we start?
pickleball is not a part of the senior program anymore.
Okay, right,
Okay.
they're in the audience.
Correct, but pickleball is not a part of our senior program. Pickleball has now advanced to where you have tennis pro athletes that have retired that now play pickleball. So you have people your age, our seniors, me middle age. You may have Cameron playing pickleball. So pickleball will be a whole different monster. We will charge for that because again, we are paying to have somebody on staff. We're paying for nets and we're paying for other things. We are still working on those fee structures because again, you have the youth that are in there that are paying fees. We have our seniors that haven't, but we also have a lot of seniors that don't live in East Ridge that take advantage of our facilities, where a lot of places in Chattanooga charge for pickleball. They have facilities that charge for pickleball. So, and again, between what the state and the city has put in to this facility, we have to be able to recoup some of that. But we will have 3 pickleball courts. And again, Hannah's gonna work on that price. We're not looking to gouge anybody or do anything. We're looking, again, to have something successful and hold people accountable, but it will be for all ages. It won't just be for 55 and older, because that's not fair. You're discriminating against, again, someone wanting to walk in that's 21 years old, that's in college at UTC, and they wanna come in and play. Oh, because you're not 55, you can't come in? No, we're a community center. We gotta be able to offer everything to the public. That's what it's for.
But do we have a date that we're gonna start the?
We will start that in September, hopefully, is what Hannah is going to do, because she has a whole program list that she'll present next week at our grand opening. And we'll push that out there, and I will also have her send it to council and copy everybody on that.
Thank you.
She just, unfortunately, she was at the Chattanooga 2.0 training in Arizona and then took her vacation, and we were behind on the gym. So we got a little late start.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
All right. You'll hear more about Camp Jordan in a bit as well. So also mention our wonderful library. If you haven't been there lately or haven't been there, go visit it. There is so much going on. Just through the rest of this month, Nitwits Club meets tomorrow at 2 to 3. Baby Bounce is Thursday the 20th from 11:30 to 12:30. Then it's every Friday. Nitwits keeps reoccurring at 2 to 3. Diamond Art Club, I'll get it right in a minute. Monday, August the 24th from 5 to 6:30. And then a Baby Bounce again the following Thursday at 11:30 to 12:30. There's always activities and events going on in the library. Their hours are 10 to 8 Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday it's 10 to 6. Saturday it's 10 to 2, and they're closed on Sunday. And if you have any questions, please give them a call, 423-867-7323. I also want to mention our Animal Services Center. There are several ways to get involved. Adoption, have an animal become a permanent part of your family. A trial option if you want to do a 2-week trial, no fault period, to see if there's a good fit. Also fostering. We have many young animals, nursing mothers and others that you could foster. And then of course volunteering. Opportunities range from walking dogs, socializing cats, kittens, creating some enrichment toys and or treats. So we have a wonderful shelter and a lot of animals there would love a home. So consider that if you have an opportunity. Also, and I don't know if you have some of these you're going to talk about, so you can embellish some more or strike them off, but we, Senior Manager Coral and I were speakers at the Chamber of Commerce, the East Ridge chapter. I want to thank the Commerce with the honor to speaking at that luncheon, and also Life Care Centers for hosting it, and Champions for providing the lunch. It was a good opportunity to share all the great things that are going on in our city. I also want to mention schools back in session. So as the students return to classroom, please be mindful of school zones, watch for students, buses, slow down while you're traveling through those areas. Safety is always a priority. We wish all our students and teachers, staff, and families a great, successful school year. I think you're going to cover this, but just want to touch on, I think this is a 1-year milestone on the flood, so I'll leave that over to you. And one last thing that I wanted to mention is keep Bo Hollis family in your thoughts and prayers. He was a truly wonderful guy. He was loved by so many, and he loved so many others as well. So we lost him on Sunday, and I was grateful to have an opportunity to know him and spend some time with him. So keep him and his family in your thoughts and your prayers. And I'll hand it to City Manager Coral.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Several things going on. Just a quick update. I know I briefed the council last meeting on some air conditioning HVAC issues out at Station 2. We continue to work through those. We put some temporary solutions in place as we get to the long-term solution out there, reporting 66 degrees overnight during the sleeping hours. So the crew is comfortable, which is a change, but appreciate building maintenance and the fire department working together on that. Speaking of building maintenance, they are working, prepping for our outdoor library space that council approved earlier in the year. Removed some of the landscaping from alongside the building, and sod is now in place, so that project is moving forward as well. Venue 1921, we are accepting manager applications, received north of 20 applicants. We were able to kind of filter down to a top 5 or 6 out of that pool. That some initial interviews have been scheduled, so looking to fill that position. Manager Valland, her last day will be with us on Saturday, so we thank her for all her effort in standing up the facility and getting it operational. A quick update on a citizen comment from last meeting. We talked about our neighborhood traffic calming efforts. The traffic control team is along with the public safety team will be getting together. We've circulated a draft of a neighborhood traffic calming program that would allow individual neighborhoods where speed is an issue to petition for review. We would first off do a speed analysis to see what actual conditions are on the ground, and if it met the rest of the program criteria and had neighborhood buy-in, then it could be considered for some speed calming efforts. So looking at those things, the specific road that was mentioned was Gleason. The resident who was here who lived on Gleason. That road was last studied in 2022 and is being studied this week as well, just again to get a clear understanding of the conditions on the ground there and what the issues may be. As the mayor mentioned, we did speak at the East Ridge Council. Also had an opportunity to meet with our state delegation, Representative Esther Helton Haynes and Senator Todd Gardenhauer were here last week, so appreciated that opportunity to connect with our friends in Nashville. Also had time to sit down with Commissioner-elect Wickman yesterday, and we appreciated that opportunity as well. We will, at a future meeting, have a surplus lawnmower coming out of the street department, and there has been an inquiry from the football program at East Ridge High. Since that mower will be leaving our fleet, if it's in condition, it would be on a surplus list for council approval, but unless there's objection, we'd look at least let them come look at that mower and take a look at it prior to surplusing it. Would come back for your approval. So just kind of a heads up to supporting another entity here in the community. A couple final things real quick. There was some comment made at our last meeting on Venue 1921 and some of the operations that we've seen there. I see Mr. Coulter, I think, left, which is unfortunate because I did have a report back to him. You'll recall that our ribbon cutting was February 7th of this year, so just about 6 months ago. These slides are entitled Initial Year of Operations, but we're really only halfway through that initial year. That was ribbon cutting back on February 7th. We've hosted 9 different public or city events out there. The city staff Christmas party, a retirement reception for Mr. Miller, Memorial Day staff cookout, various staff celebrations. The fire department hosted a mutual aid dinner for regional first responders, the police department, Hands Across the Borders. The city manager meet and greet interviews were held there, and was also a voting location. So those are kind of some of the civic uses that we've had for the facility. On the private side, it has also been well used. 21 events have been hosted thus far. 26 are scheduled and on the books through the rest of this year and into next year. On a revenue side, so far cash in for the events that have been hosted, just north of $55,000 and $65,000 worth of events under contract going forward. So working on having a mix of both community and civic events, but then also private events out there as well. So wanted to make sure that we're reporting accurately, and those will be numbers that we revisit and share on a more regular basis kind of going forward. A couple other things real quick. As the mayor mentioned, just a year off of the flood event, the 2025 flood, what we would clearly call a historic flood event, a 500-year rain event. Meteorologists report that we received 7 inches of rain over 3 hours that day. The average August in Chattanooga receives 3.5 inches across the month. We received twice that in an evening. 300 plus homes damaged across the metro, 4 lives lost, 3 of them here in East Ridge when a tree fell on a car. So the work that has been continuing since that time is putting together a comprehensive report on our stormwater system, what culverts, ditches, creeks, what exists within our system, how do we convey it, and then the next phase will be starting to address where are the choke points and how do we deal with detention going forward. How are there places that strategically we could detain stormwater in those events? Now, to be clear and to level set expectations, if a 500, at the end of our efforts, if we get a 500-year flood event, there will be flooding. Nothing is designed. TDOT designs their roadway crossings for 50-year flood events. So 100, 250, and 500-year events would overwhelm those systems. And it would be the same here. But the effort is to be able to better handle and move the water that we get. As you may have noticed, it seems like we're getting more frequent, heavy, brief rains. An inch of rain over the course of an afternoon is not a problem. An inch of rain in 20 or 30 minutes is a problem. So making sure that the conveyance system from the creeks back up to the neighborhood ditches and culverts are clear is part of that effort going on, and looking for where we can increase capacity and address detention going forward. So spent several hours yesterday talking to local media outlets on where we've been and where we see those issues going in the future. And lastly, we started this last meeting, but wanted to kind of share something that's going on in the organization. And sometimes we get emails, sometimes we get, this one was an old school letter that showed up. So that got my attention because it was handwritten and gave pause. So wanted to share kind of the contents of that letter with you. This is addressed to all those who have been involved with the facade grant program in East Ridge. To those who proposed it, fought for it, voted on it, procured the money, managed it, promoted it, keep the paperwork, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you. This grant wasn't the only thing that influenced my decision to build a business here, but it made a difference. Now that I'm on the other side of that process, it's even more important. And I know we talk a lot about retail recruitment and kind of national chains, but this program is one, and in this specific instance, benefited a local business, a small business, a single location that's here in East Ridge, and allowed them to invest in a facility and bring their business to our community. The letter went on, in addition to all the wonderful people who have helped me in other ways, this grant also makes me feel even more pride in our city and that we look out for people. That's no small thing. Thank you again from Aline DeFalgia with the Ashera Collective, 842 South Germantown Road. This is kind of what the front of that building looks like now after investment. It's ADA accessible, and it is a place with counselors and mental health professionals. There's healing and wellness that happens up there. So a program, a small business program, a small business investment where the city came alongside and made a difference for folks. So I'd like to share those kind of stories and things that are going on in East Ridge. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, except for the picture you made I didn't know during the interview. No, you don't have to go back to it.
We good?
No, we don't.
Did you notice the
should've
bookshelf?
Yeah. All right, we'll move to, there is no old business, so we'll move to new business. Item A, public hearing for ordinance number 1252, and then we'll read the ordinance thereafter.
This is the public hearing for ordinance number 1252, an ordinance to amend Title IX business, peddlers, solicitors, etc. by adding a new Chapter 12 named Specialty Shops, and to amend the East Ridge zoning ordinance number 481 relative to zoning regulations concerning specialty shop establishments.
Thank you, sir. I will open up this public hearing. Mr. Howell, if you want to brief us.
Yes, good evening, Mayor and Council. So the proposed specialty shop ordinance is to establish clear regulations for operating within the C2 General Commercial District. Specialty shop business do include establishments primarily focused on vape or tobacco products, hemp-derived, cannabinoids, and related paraphernalia. The ordinance would also require these uses to come before the City Council as a use on review, allowing Council to evaluate each proposed location on a case-by-case basis. The ordinance also established separation distances requirements between specialty shops and certain sensitive uses. Those include schools, daycare facilities, churches or places of worship, parks, and playgrounds. These standards are intended to reduce potential land use conflicts, protect surrounding properties and public areas, and ensure that specialty shops are located in appropriate commercial areas. In addition, this ordinance also includes language that addresses the ownership transfer for existing specialty shops. This provision allows an appropriate specialty shop, approved specialty shop, to continue operating after a change of ownership, provided by the use that at the same location continues under the same scope and conditions. And the new owner provides written notice to the chief building official at that time. Any major change in operation or relocation would require a use on review application. Overall, this ordinance is intended to protect the public health, safety, and welfare, provide consistent standards for applicants and existing businesses, and preserve City Council's ability to review specialty shops uses when necessary. The East Ridge Planning Commission did review the specialty shop ordinance in its entirety, recommended approval with few changes which are incorporated into the ordinance presented to you tonight. Those changes do include increased distances and decreased distances and and transfer of ownership. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. All right, this is a public hearing, so there's an opportunity for anyone to come forward in favor of or in opposition. Now you have an opportunity to address this ordinance. I do not see anyone. I will close this. I'm sorry? Come on now, give us your name and your address, sir. Yes, sir. Give us your name and address and proceed.
Appleberry, all capital letters. We believe that we're all up under the Constitution of the United States of America, correct or incorrect?
Correct.
We all abide by, we believe the people, correct?
Yes, sir. Go on.
Correct or incorrect?
Yes, sir. Are you addressing the actual ordinance in favor of or in opposition of the specialty shop?
Excuse me, I'll wait.
No, you need to address whether you're in favor of or in opposition. This is a public hearing.
I'm in opposition of things.
Okay.
But I'm seeking for understanding so that we can grant clarity till we believe that the people should have full understanding of the Constitution and laws that have been established. That is what I came to address so that we can have clarity for the people that we the people stand for, the Constitution of the United States.
Okay. Clarity specific to.
Can you explain to me the definition of agriculture?
That's not anything in this specialty shop ordinance number 1252.
Excuse me, is this an open discussion for oppositions or individuals?
This is an open discussion. But
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
But it's pertaining to.
Pertaining to agriculture, the definition of agriculture, the cause and effect of agriculture related to the constitutional rights.
Yes, sir. No, this is a public hearing related to.
Excuse me, I didn't understand what you said. You said yes or no. Could you repeat that for me, please? I didn't know if you understood what we was asking for the people.
I do not, but what I wanted to clarify is that this is a public hearing for ordinance number 1252.
Then again, we still can't define what agriculture means. The definition of agriculture. This is an open discussion, correct?
Well, this is a public hearing for ordinance number 1252.
Okay, do we need to relate things back to the code or the Constitution? Or is it a difference? I'm seeking for clarity so that we can all be for the people of the United States of justice.
Okay.
Under one God, one nation, one liberty, with true freedom.
I don't know that I understand the question, but it relates to ordinance number 1252. If you have anything related to that, that's what this public hearing is about. If it's something other than that, there are public comments sections every council meeting, and I would encourage you to get here. They happen at the very beginning or near the beginning of every agenda, and that has passed tonight. But if there's something that you had unrelated to the public hearing you'd like to address, I would encourage you to come back.
We was just concerned about the commission, the great seal of the state of Tennessee and the relationships between the agriculture and the cause of the effect that we're seeing on floods. We're seeking for the individuals who are involved in agriculture related to Alabama agriculture, and actually we was all seeking for understanding so that we could all abide by the law, or should we say the Constitution.
Okay, sir, this is specifically related, like the city attorney said, to ordinance number,
Sir,
no, don't interrupt me.
that's what I was saying. You said
So
sir.
if this is related to ordinance number 1252, if you have anything specifically about specialty shops, then you can address us with that. If not, I'm going to close this public hearing. You have another opportunity at another meeting to address the council in a communications from citizens if you're a resident of East Ridge.
Or,
Do you have anything,
Or-
answer, yes or no, do you have anything related to this
Yes.
specific ordinance?
yes, I do.
Okay, what is it?
Peace is what I have. Love is what I have. Understanding is what I have. A vision is what I have. Instructions is what I have. Love is what I have. Understanding of the laws and policies that have set forth by the Constitution, what I have is an understanding of that.
Okay, that is not whether you're in opposition or you're in approval of this. So I appreciate your comments, and I'm going to go ahead and close this public hearing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll move to item B, ordinance number 1252. This will be the first reading.
An ordinance to amend Title IX, business peddlers, solicitors, etc. by adding a new Chapter 12 named Specialty Shops, and to amend the East Ridge zoning ordinance number 481 relative to zoning regulations concerning specialty shop establishments.
Thank you, sir. I don't know if you need to brief us again. So, council, I will entertain a motion for ordinance number 1252.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 1252.
Second.
We have a motion approved by Councilmember Ezell and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering why they decreased the number of feet from a private school to the vape shop. They went from 1,000 feet down to 500, so I would like to amend this resolution and put the 1,000 feet back into, and because the public schools, the private schools, the daycare centers, the churches, we don't need the kids walking out of there and the first thing they see is a big vape sign up there, or whatever considers it into the vape. So I'd like to make a motion, we change it back to 1,000 feet instead of 500 feet.
All right, so you're making a motion to amend ordinance 1252 to increase the distance from the private public school, daycare facility, church, and other place of worship in any park or playground from 500 to 1,000.
Yes, sir, 1,000 is where it was at.
Okay. Got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second? Do I have a second? Didn't receive a second. That motion dies for the amendment. Any other discussion? See none. Roll call. Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt. Yes. Mayor Williams.
Yes, ordinance number 1252 passed first reading. We'll move to item C, resolution number 3840.
A resolution authorizing the creation of appointing the directors of the Sports Authority of the County of Hamilton and the City of East Ridge, Tennessee.
All right, so this is a resolution, as City Attorney Litchford said, establishing the Sports Authority. So, a little visual here. Keep in mind it's a conceptual rendering. I'm sure it will. If this comes to fruition, it will not look like this, but it's a conceptual drawing that came up actually from our city engineer. First and foremost, this could not even be discussed and being considered without the support for many, many years from our legislation in the state. So our representatives and our senators that have supported this, Esther Helton Haynes and Senator Gardenhire, along with others, have been instrumental in the Border Region, which is going to help fund this, because this conception is not to be a burden on the taxpayer. It is to be funded by, and the intent is for either hotel motel tax and or Border Region. So what we're looking at is creating a sports authority. We're looking at a 100,000 square foot indoor sports facility that we can host 10 to 12, we can have 10 to 12 basketball courts, 20 to 24 volleyball courts. We can host wrestling, cheerleading events and tournaments, community events as well. So why now? Well, Camp Jordan is already a big provider of a sports destination. And this will allow us just to build on that continued success and also continue a year-round program where we don't have anything during the winters for indoor sports. So, you know, it can be used for local families, sports tourism, economic development, and a regional destination. One of the things, and it's hard to see from up here, but Camp Jordan is the most utilized facility or park in the area. So it is used for more events than any other location here. Also, if you look on the other slide, it also has the most fields and ball fields and rectangular soccer fields. So the one thing that is missing is we have nothing indoor. No indoor activities, no indoor events. As you can see, and if I go back and you look over to the right, we are exceeding even regional areas. So you'll see other states, other cities very far away that we actually are exceeding on outdoor sports, but we have 0 when it comes to the indoor sports facility. So today we have 14 rectangular fields, soccer fields. We have 13 ball diamonds. We have 0 indoor tournament courts. So again, as I mentioned, 100,000 square foot facility. There was 2 studies that were done. There was a study done in 23, and then one most recently. The one in 23 was Victus Advisor. They come back and told us that we were missing this. It was a great benefit, not only economic, but also a community event as well for our youth. During the week, you'll see a slide on that. Just earlier this year, Hamilton County also commissioned a study by Kemper Sports, and it provided almost identical results from the 1-2 years prior that we commissioned here at the City of East Ridge. So, as I mentioned, 100,000 square foot. Again, this is conceptual. What are we looking at? We're looking at this being community use as well. So we're talking Monday through Thursday, we'll have youth sports. You know, we'll have practices, we'll have camps, clinics, local programming, adult recreation. But then on the weekend, exactly the same concept and programming we do for our outdoor sports in Camp Jordan. We will have regional tournaments. We can have basketball, volleyball, wrestling, cheerleading, and other type of indoor special events. When you start looking at the numbers here, you're looking at some big numbers. $12 million worth of spend, 38,000 nights in a hotel. So you can see the numbers that this would impact the city. And one thing that Border Region has done, and our Camp Jordan, is it has been able to provide us with a sales tax base that we've been able to keep our property tax low. We are the lowest city in Hamilton County with the property tax level, other than 2 others that do not have city services. They don't have fire, police, sanitation. So we're proud of that. That is also because of the Border Region and our a draw. We're bringing people into Camp Jordan. Here's some of the numbers that was just on the previous slide, individually highlighted in both of the studies that were 2 years apart. How does this extend beyond the facility? As I mentioned, hotel stays. We're talking about restaurants. We're talking about retail. You're talking about community involvement, community events. Why Sports Authority? We need a body that will actually help with strategic planning, facility development, financial evaluation, partnership, youth tourism, and community events. So this board, and we're looking at a board, and this is already passed at the county level because this is a county and a city partnership, unanimously 11-0 from the county commission. So the appointments we're actually going to be addressing tonight and in this resolution is we got Brad Jackson, Ken Meyer, PJ Patel, and Zach Hutcherson. So there is 4 for the city of East Ridge, there is 4 for Hamilton County, and there is 1 joint appointment. And that'll make up the body of 9 for the Sports Authority. The financing of the facility will be jointly owned and managed by the county and the city. So it will be controlled, the funding will be controlled and routed through these 2 bodies, but the Sports Authority will help plan, facilitate, coordinate the Hamilton County appointments. You got Katie Burrows, Orlando Lightfoot, Dane Bradshaw, and Arinda Sy. And then our joint appointment is Emerson Russell, between the county and the city. So again, next chapter, as we talked about the things, the organization, the planning, getting it set up, and the structure. So that is a little bit about this. I know that the council has been briefed on some of this. Anything that Mr. Litchford or Mr. Corr would like to add to this? Go ahead, Mr. Corr.
Simply just as the mayor pointed out, there were the 2 studies that were done done completely independently of each other, and yet the results overlap and create kind of a compelling vision to move this project forward. One of the things we hear out of the business communities, particularly those located around Camp Jordan, is in the winter months when the outdoor fields are closed, there is a significant drop-off in traffic through the area and business. This would allow us to make Camp Jordan really a year-round destination, bringing tournaments that and sports spending that currently is bypassing Chattanooga, is going to Atlanta, is going to Nashville, going to Knoxville, bring it here. It would continue to push programming into Camp Jordan. And as I think the mayor keyed on, the model that we use on the outdoor fields will be much the same, where throughout the week, this will be geared towards local kids who are in our recreation programs, who are playing basketball, who are playing volleyball, who are taking advantage of those court sports. It would be an indoor facility that would be available for that. And then on the weekends, it would be kind of that tournament destination. So.
My involvement has been to look at the statutory framework for how this is to be effectuated, and the Sports Authority Act was something that was formed by the state delegation back in 1993-95, and as part of that process, it is kick-started by an application, and that application, the situation was signed by Mayor Wamp, Mayor Williams, and Commissioner Mike Chauncey. That was signed back in July and presented both, at that time has already been presented to the county commission and passed unanimously 11-0. This body was going to be voting on tonight is the acceptance of that application, which will then need to be presented to the state Secretary of State, together with a draft of the charter and a listing of the individual members of the directors of the board. And so, to be so that you know, the statute is clear as to who is able to appoint members, and it is by the governing bodies. And so again, you saw the identification of those that are being put up for this 9-member board, and those 9 members have been voted up by the commission. If this body passes it here tonight, then the application, together with a draft of the charter and a list of the board of directors, will then go to the state for final approval.
I think, I believe the mayor mentioned, but key is this is not committing funding to the project at this point. This is establishing the authority to set the framework up to evaluate further on the local level if this is a project that makes sense for Hamilton County and for the city of East Ridge to move forward with.
Yeah.
in this kind of this, and I brought my laptop out because it's hard for me to see up there, even though I prepared this. So, organize the authority, review the existing studies, define the facility program, develop the financial strategy, which then we'll act upon as both governing bodies, and the advancement in design and development of the facility. We've said a lot. I haven't asked for a motion yet, but I'm going to go a little bit out of turn here and violate Robert's rule. Any questions before I ask for a motion on this from council?
I don't have
Or
any
comment.
questions. I just wanted
Or
to
any-
thank the delegation and all the people that's involved for all the hard work that has gone in to try to make this successful for East Ridge.
Absolutely, and I'd like to extend my personal and, on behalf of the East Ridge citizens, my gratitude towards Representative Heldon Haynes and Senator Todd Gardenhire for their long-term support for the border region and their tireless work in Nashville to help improve our city. Because of those two individuals, we have seen a tremendous explosion of development and advancement here in the city of East Ridge, and without them, this would not have been possible. So I would really like to thank them for all of their efforts.
I'm just excited to see how this turns out.
So I'm excited about the appointees as well from Hamilton County, but I'm gonna focus on the East Ridge here. So I'm very excited, and I really want to thank everyone that has accepted this challenge and this responsibility and this effort. It is greatly appreciated by myself and this entire council body and the city of East Ridge. So I want to thank you very much for the four that I'm showing, and also Mr. Russell, Emerson, you've always been engaged and involved in the city and the county, and it's greatly appreciated. So we're very excited about our appointments and the joint appointment as well. And also the Hamilton County appointments. I think there's some great ones there also. Former NBA basketball, coach of UTC, so there's some good ones there, and the Tennessee Vol alumni, so, and then another developer that, very successful hotel developer.
It's great to have all five of the East Ridge, our four appointees, and then the
Yes.
joint here with us tonight.
So, all right, I will end that discussion, and then we'll move into, to have a motion for resolution number 3840.
I make a motion to approve resolution 3840.
Second.
Have a motion approved by Vice Mayor Tyler and a second by Councilmember Ezell. Do you have any discussion? See none. Roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Awesome. Unanimous. Thank you very much. Again, thank everyone that is committed for this project. It is greatly appreciated. We'll move to the next item, public hearing for resolution number 3841.
A resolution approving the establishment of a mobile food vendor overlay district for certain property located at 5521 Ringo Road pursuant to section 9-1105B of the East Ridge Municipal Code.
Thank you, sir. I will open up this public hearing for resolution number 3841. Mr. Howell, if you'll brief us.
Yes, Mayor and Council, this is a long time coming. We worked on this food truck ordinance for quite a long time, over a year. So I would like to refresh City Council's memory on this, just a recap of the mobile food truck ordinance. The city does recognize that mobile food vending is beneficial use when operated under practical regulations. A mobile food ordinance intent is to establish reasonable guidelines and restrictions for mobile food vendors, including vehicles in relationship to established restaurants, encourage safe and convenient use of the city public right-of-ways. In saying so, Mr. Mobar is seeking City Council approval to establish an overlay district to operate a food truck on a vacant parcel located at 5521 Ringo Road, tax map ID 169KA001 as shown on the boundary map provided. The 5521 Ringo Road parcel is approximately 60 by 150 in size, or 9,000 square feet, roughly 0.2 acres. Parcel is zone C2, appropriately zoned for the proposed overlay district. The proposed number of food trucks in his application is 1. His hours of operation are identified as 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. with no alcohol sales. In accordance with Ordinance 1245, governing mobile food vending, Mr. Barr's application is submitted to City Council for review.
Thank you, sir. Again, this is a public hearing, so if there's anyone in favor of or in opposition of this request, approving this, now's your opportunity to come forward.
Mr. Mayor, is the applicant here by any chance?
Is the applicant here?
The applicant was notified several times.
Okay. Would you like to address the council? Okay. Please come forward and give us your name and address.
My name is Mo. Last name is Barr.
Okay.
Would you like for me to address the?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, good evening, city. Good evening, mayor. Good evening, city council, city staff, fellow residents of East Ridge. I'm asking, actually applied and asking for consideration of a mobile food overlay district on a vacant commercial lot, which is, as you see, on Ringo Road. The goal is pretty simple, is to take an unused property and make it clean, safe, and organized enough to allow the people of East Ridge to be able to have a different feel and a different different food choice, so to speak. I sit on the board of a lot of different restaurants, and I wish I had this opportunity coming up with building a brick and mortar, which is to be able to allow people to be able to try my food before being able to open up a proof of concept such as a restaurant. This is a great opportunity for food truck vendors to be able to, young entrepreneurs to be able to allow people to try their food and to be able to, of course, meet the guidelines of the city of East Ridge by being licensed, having fire and safety licenses in place. This is an opportunity for them to just pop up anywhere. This will be directly at the location as you see above. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going off track. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Every vendor should be required to obtain, of course, appropriate license and permits. Vendors should meet all health requirements. The property should remain clean, trash-free. Also, the hours of operation, of course, will be reasonable. Instead of just having an empty lot, I propose to have that lot be used for City of East Ridge and for economical benefit of East Ridge to be able to experience something new each time. And I really am excited, and I wish that the City of East Ridge will share my sentiments and approve this motion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who'd like to come forward in favor of or in opposition? Yes, sir. If you'll give us your name and address for the record.
I'm Art Worley. I live at 1318 West End Avenue. If you can read my shirt, it says Wicked Wieners. We are in East Ridge. Y'all do not have any place for us to go right now. Hamilton County does. We done a book bag giveaway at the kitchen incubator, 100 book bags. We had lots of people there, and they took advantage of her and her mama, got rid of all our book bags and all the school supplies we had. Okay, that goes to Hamilton County. If you look on the news, we was on the news and everything else. Y'all did no coverage at all. They didn't say nothing about East Ridge because y'all have no food trucks. Y'all have no place for us to go, so we go to Hamilton County. A lot of them go to downtown. You know, there's nothing for food trucks here. We have to set up, if we want to, illegally, like some of them do now. They got them sent at the hospital illegally, but there's nobody that does anything about them. There's one at the smoke shop. It sits down there. He's a barbecue guy. There's nothing done. But if I set up, y'all gonna come and tear my butt up and find me and tell me to go home, in which I will. but that's a bad name because it gets around. All food truck vendors, most of them know not to come in East Ridge because y'all do not have anything for them. So, you know. But that's why I want this passed where we can come into East Ridge because we know a lot of people that live here that has food trucks who want to come in East Ridge. But we can't. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Yes. Yes, sir. If you give us your name and address for the record.
Yes, sir. Zach Hutcherson, 817 Harris Lane. You know, I wasn't planning to say anything, but this is literally right across the street from my office, so I figured I'd stand up and give my 2 cents. I'm always in favor of cool new restaurants coming to towns, and not to mention, I'm sure everybody in here has noticed that the cost of real estate has gone up quite a bit over the past several years, and food truck is a really low capital requirement way for young restaurateurs to kind of get into the industry. So yeah, I'm incredibly in favor of it. Can't wait to see what you guys bring to the table. I'll walk across the street from my office and check you out.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? See anyone else? So I will close this public hearing and we'll move into the actual resolution.
A resolution approving the establishment of a mobile food vendor overlay district for certain property located at 5521 Ringgold Road pursuant to section 9-1105B of the East Ridge Municipal Code.
Thanks, sir. Council, I entertain a motion for resolution number 3841.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3841.
Second.
We have a motion to approve by Councilmember Ezell and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any other discussion?
I do. We put together this ordinance for the sheer fact to clean up Ringo Road. That's what it was about. And then back when we did all of this, it was discussed, we shut down Old Ringo Road. Back over here behind Amigos going up to the Goodwill. That in the future was supposed to be where food trucks, etc., was going to set up where people could walk the streets and enjoy the food and whatever else. It's not voting for this just because y'all, I think that what you're doing is great, but not on Ringo Road. We have a lot of restaurants on Ringo Road, a lot of them, that pay property tax. It's a business, like you said, you was talking about putting a building up and building a restaurant. That'd be great. But food trucks is what we were trying to eliminate. That's what this whole ordinance is all about.
So I have a question in addition to your comments over there. Mr. Howell, is this located within the Border Region District?
I believe that is, yes.
Yes. So if a food truck comes from Chattanooga, and I know this has been belabored, and I apologize for asking this question again. A food truck comes that has a business license based out of Chattanooga and comes to that lot and sells food. They will be paying sales tax out of Chattanooga and not out of East Ridge. We have discussed this with other vendors who host these food trucks that will capture those sales and make sure that they stay in East Ridge and on the Border Region. The whole purpose for me in establishing this was to, one, protect the brick and mortar businesses within the Border Region District to capture sales tax within East Ridge, and two, to allow us to put restrictions on these food truck overlay zones so that they too would have to adhere to capturing sales within East Ridge. Would the applicant come up here? I have a question for him.
Yes, sir.
Thank you again for your time, Mo.
No problem.
So we've talked to other vendors who have food trucks here in town, and they have a system set up to where the food trucks have to use their point of sale system to ring up food so that the sales are captured here in East Ridge and that sales tax are collected here for the benefit of our citizens. And I want to know, do you have some sort of system set up that you would be using here?
So the overlay district is only allowing, of course, other vendors, other food truck vendors to be able to come in and utilize the space. It's not for my specific system or POS system. It would be such as vendors like the hot dog vendor that you just heard.
Sure.
Who is who is a member of the city of East Ridge, to be able to display his business in the city of East Ridge and allow people of East Ridge to support him and to support another member of East Ridge.
It's that I'm very supportive of East Ridge business, and I'm protective as well. Having said that, you would probably allow, I'm assuming, businesses outside of East Ridge to come and use that lot. Their sales tax will be captured in the city of Chattanooga if that's where they're based. And so when the sales tax are collected, they are not collected for the benefit of our citizens, and they are collected for the benefit of Chattanooga.
Now, I will not decline anyone from the city of East Ridge to also be able to.
I imagine you would not.
No, definitely not.
Yep.
And I would hope that more of the citizens of East Ridge who do have food trucks, which I know plenty of them, and I'm a member of the food truck organization that they have on Facebook, and that they have, which is they have an actual database that they have, that they send out newsletters and things of that nature. And you would be surprised, there is a lot of food trucks that's based out of East Ridge, and based on the location, there isn't a lot of restaurants near 1 mile radius of that location.
There are two within 500 feet, under 500 feet of that particular location. Not to argue with you, I'm just pointing that out. Now, due to the nature of the food truck restriction and overlay district ordinances,
yes, sir,
we are able to put restrictions on how you are to manage that piece of property as it pertains to food trucks. Was this made aware to you before this?
No, it was not, but I am okay with that.
Okay, because see, if I was going to vote to approve this, and this is not my statement of for or against, but if I were going to approve this, I'd like to see that lot be something other than just grass and gravel. You know, and if it was going to be a dedicated spot for food trucks, you know, do you have any? I mean, do you have any plans or designs?
I did, and I proposed it as well, which we've already put a bit like a structure there for citizens of East Ridge to be able to sit and eat their food if they choose be. There will be some sort of porta potty for citizens of East Ridge to be able to use.
Yeah, I believe our
trash
ordinance requires use of restrooms within 400 feet of
for sure.
the
There will
structure.
be one there as well. So
Sorry, Mr. Barr, I do not have any of those plans in front of me, so I don't have
No
them.
problem,
And
no problem.
my imagination is vivid, and I've been to food truck locations where they have nice fences set up and gravel and picnic tables. Do you have any plans to put anything for seating or?
yes, I do. So I've already spent over $5,000 just building a structure for seating, just for seating and covered seating. And I do plan on upgrading the lot and making it where it's not just, like you said, just a gravel and grass. You know, it will be gravel, but it will be specific in areas for people to park, specific areas for people to throw trash away. It will be a very organized situation where there's not traffic, there's not any type of problems moving forward. Like I said, I've seen a lot of these sections and areas in the city of Chattanooga. We don't have one here in East Ridge. That's why I moved to really push to try to get one in East Ridge, because we have a lot of I have a house here in East Ridge, and we have a lot of other citizens of East Ridge that would like to try different foods. A lot of senior citizens as well who don't get a chance to travel to, further out in Ringgold or cities, places in Chattanooga. So I would like to give them that opportunity here, locally here.
And you're very gracious with your time, Mr. Barr.
Sure,
I appreciate
for
it.
sure. Thank you.
This is a small lot. How many food trucks do you think you're gonna be able to accommodate with adequate parking to allow for people to pull in there without causing a commotion on the adjoining streets there?
So it's not a huge lot, but it would be able to fit 3 food trucks, but 2 would be my max, based off of parking, based off of comfortability. It's, like I said, it's a food truck, so usually people don't sit and eat, but if they do choose to, they have that opportunity. Usually it's hey, make an order, take a number, come pick up your food.
I'm a messy guy, I like to sit
Okay.
and eat.
Me too, as you can tell.
The application indicates one food truck on
Just
site.
one on site.
All right, and then my final question, and not really a question, more along of a statement.
For sure.
I would not like to see permanent parking allowed there.
Definitely not.
No one is to set up shop indefinitely on your your parcel if this happens to get passed. And I would also like to see some sort of mechanism to where you collect the sales through a POS system, and that those sales dollars are tracked, collected in East Ridge, and sent up to the state, while you pay out the vendors a portion, however you want to work that out.
I would need help doing that because I'm not aware of how that could be possible.
Sure.
Just based off of tax purposes and based off of accounting purposes. I'm not aware of how I would be able to do so, but with the help in any way, I don't mind obliging, or I don't mind being able to create some sort of system where whoever is coming in have a way to do so. So whatever I need to do, I don't mind obliging. I just need to know how to create this system or how to do so.
Well, I like the idea of the concept. So far, I will apologize once again. I do not and have not seen any plans for this property outside of the application process. And I think I would like to see more.
For sure. And I can show you now if you would like.
It's okay, because there are other things that I would like addressed even further.
No problem.
But thank you for all your time, and I'm sorry for eating the microphone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Hall, can I just ask, are food truck vendors that operate within the city, does the ordinance require them to have a city business license going forward?
That's correct.
Okay.
So it requires them to have a business license in East Ridge.
Yes.
So food trucks in Chattanooga, based out of Chattanooga, could not operate in the city of East Ridge.
They could come and get a business license to operate in the city of East Ridge, yes. They would also have to, they'd have to have their Hamilton County health inspection, but they would have that in Chattanooga.
That seems a bit confusing to me as a former business owner. I have my business license, and then I have to get my EIN number, and then I have to file taxes with multiple, one singular agency, the state of Tennessee.
True.
And so when I file my sales tax with the state of Tennessee, they have my business license on file. So if I have an existing food truck in Chattanooga, now do I have to have 2 separate LLCs to operate my food truck and pay taxes to 2 separate entities based on where I've existing in? I just need more clarity here.
True, and we can get some clarity on that, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
I noticed his application, he's applying for 1 food truck, and he just mentioned he'd be probably allowing 2 more, so that would be 3. Okay, more than 1. Okay, and I noticed his address is over on Ringo Road. Okay, and he mentioned porta potties, well, which we got in our long list of things that no porta potties be allowed. Also, it's listed in it that he's got to have a soap thing for his food truck vendors, his helpers to wash their hands in the bathroom on site for them to go within a 450 foot.
They have that in their food trucks as well. They can be able to for sanitation before they of course cook or do anything. But there will be a location for people.
We need him, wait, we need him back up here.
And I noticed
Do you mind coming back up front, sir, so we can get you on? Sorry about you having to walk back and forth, but yeah, could you repeat what you were?
No, what I was saying is, so as far as sanitary reasons, every food truck, once licenses, there's a actual training that you have to, I'm sorry, there's actual training that you have to go through to be able to make sure that you meet certain sanitary regulations. So every food truck that does come would be, of course, abiding by those sanitary rules and sanitary regulations.
So they'll have a bathroom on board?
They will have their own. Yes, sir.
And if you line, say 3 trucks up out there,
I wouldn't. It fits 3 trucks, but I wouldn't do 3 trucks only because I do want the space and I do want the room for people to be able to, park.
okay, so you'll be coming off of Swope, headed into Park,
Yes, sir.
and then backing back out into Swope?
Into Swope, or you can turn off of Swope and get right back on Ringo Road.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And Swope does loop around.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Okay, so your address or our taxes will be going to Shallowford Road?
yes, I would still be paying East Ridge taxes. Yes, sir.
Did I hear you say the food truck has a bathroom in it?
No, sanitary.
Oh, I misunderstood that.
But I did ask you to be.
No, I thought you
Yeah.
said yes, that's why I had
No,
that.
I'm sorry. There will be a bathroom on site, but the food truck itself has its own sanitary.
Sink.
Yes,
But the bathroom is the porta potty.
on site?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You talking about a porta potty on site?
There will be a porta potty on site. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, porta potties is a no-no, so.
So if there can't be a porta potty, then I can whichever requirement that you have, I can try to build it or make it where it would be because the location does have water and it does have sewer, so I can build something if that would be suffice.
Well, weren't you advised to tear that structure down that you built
Correct.
prior to this?
That was put on hold.
On hold?
Yes, sir. That was put on hold because of this overlay.
Okay, so you
That
did
structure was advised to be tore down because there was no plan. There was no rhyme or reason for it. But the structure, since we do have an overlay, since the city of East Ridge does have an overlay ordinance that the overlay that can be put there and that can be used in the city of East Ridge, then that structure would be used for that overlay.
I notice your days and hours of operation, is that gonna be Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Monday?
That's the thing.
12 to 6?
Yes, sir.
You don't know if it's gonna be 7 days a week, 5 days a week, or
certain
mostly Friday through Monday?
certain food trucks like to operate mainly on weekends, and certain food trucks, there are some food trucks that like to operate during the week, but mainly, I think it'll be mainly Monday through Sunday.
So another 7 days a week?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you very much, council.
Thank you.
Michael, he mentioned that he had built some outdoor seating. Can you clarify what kind of outdoor seating the ordinance told us we could have?
Removable seating is what the ordinance basically describes on it. When Mr. Barr originally purchased this property, obviously the accessory structure that went up was not permitted. I explained to him that place this on hold until you go through the overlay district to see if this thing will need to come down in the future, because I didn't know what city council might decide on this one. But yes, seating is not permanent, Councilman Witt, and that would have to be removed after each night according to the ordinance.
Thank you for clarifying that.
And it has to have indoor bathroom facility.
Yes, the way the ordinance.
Or access to one.
It does. It states in the ordinance that it has to be flushable. So a porta potty, unless you have some sort of ADA porta potty, it's not going to be
Okay.
flushable. So a porta potty will not be allowed on that property. You'd have to get some sort of right between an owner adjacent to that property to be able to use their facility.
Mr. Vice Mayor, I did do a quick inquiry with the Department of Revenue, and it did indicate that for a food truck doing temporary business, they can be required to have a business license in the community, but the sales tax does get reported through their home office or their central kitchen location. So unless it's the gentleman with the hot dog shirt who is based here, if it's somebody out of Chattanooga, it would be reported in Chattanooga, correct?
Yeah, okay, thank you. That is my actually absolute concern, which I know that we have had another applicant that has solved that issue, and I'm gracious for that. But that is my biggest concern.
Absolutely.
Because this is border region land. I mean,
Absolutely.
It falls within the border region, and it can have uses that can benefit our community in the long term.
Absolutely. I just wanted to clarify that that was correct, yes.
Thank you, City Manager.
The thing we passed, when the thing anything stated, food trucks cannot permanently hook up to no utilities, sewers, electricity, water.
That's correct, yes.
Any other questions, council?
I guess the only thing, and I apologize, Mr. Mayor, but the applicant, or the application indicates, if it's approved as submitted, it allows one food truck. That doesn't seem to be what was represented during the public hearing, so.
Yeah, I mean, make sure I understood Councilman Ezell, the motion was to approve as the application, is that right?
No,
That's what,
that's what I said, but it's wrong. That's not what I want. I want to retract my motion.
Okay, okay. That's fine. Well, to answer your question, then I think it's moot right now.
It could be, but yeah, I mean, if approved as submitted,
It would be
if
limited.
two were showing up on a Saturday, one would have to go.
Unless this body modified it, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's say it got amended, but, okay, so I'm hearing your recommendation to remove your
Correct.
motion, but I got a second, so
In the spirit of Mr. Ezell's rescinded motion, I will rescind my second.
you rescind your second, you rescind your motion. So now we have, do I hear any other motion for resolution number 3841?
I'd like to make a motion to table this discussion until we have more, to allow Mr. Barr some time to come up with some plans that are more amenable. I didn't get my answers fully, I didn't get my questions fully answered, and I think there are concerns that need to be addressed, and I think I'd like to allow Mr. Barr the opportunity to address those concerns before we bring it back to this body. That's my primary motion, so motion to table.
Got a motion to table, do I have a second? Do I have a second? Did not receive a second, so motion failed. We'll entertain another motion.
I make a
Resolution.
motion to deny, resolution 3841.
Have a motion, okay, have a motion by Councilman Witt and a second by Councilman Ezell. Do you have any additional discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
No.
Councilmember Cagle.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, let me,
Motion,
so this was a motion to deny. So a yes is to deny, a no is to oppose. So,
yes.
so the motion is deny.
My no vote stands, thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt, I just wanted to clarify.
Councilmember Cagle,
No.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
and Mayor Williams.
Did she forget you?
Oh, you forgot. Mess up. Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
I apologize. Mayor
okay.
Williams.
I'm gonna vote yes to deny. That doesn't mean it cannot be reapplied after plans, the more thorough plans are presented to this council with another application if they desire. Because I do like the idea of food trucks, we just want, we're new at this, we wanna make sure that we can allow it, but we want some restrictions to help also protect brick and mortar, but allow this capability.
And for clarity, I did check with Mr. Litchford, and I don't believe there is a timeline on when you can reapply.
That's correct.
As per our ordinance. Okay, so I just want to make sure that's clear to the applicant that there is no timeline on reapplication. So if Mr. Barr comes up with
Comprehensive plan?
concrete plans that I think would be amenable to the council, he is welcome to apply again.
I might would suggest you get with Mr. Howe here and see exactly what you have to make that possible, and then present that.
But thank you for your interest, and hopefully hear from you again in the near future.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Moore.
All right, we'll move to item F, public hearing for resolution number 3842.
A resolution approving the establishment of a mobile food vendor overlay district for certain property located at Stadium Way pursuant to section 9-1105B of the East Ridge Municipal Code.
Thanks, sir. I'll open this public hearing. Mr. Howell, you want to brief us on this request?
Yes, Mayor and Council. Mr. Kenny Custer is seeking City Council approval to establish an overlay district for the operation of a food truck on 2 properties within the Gateway development. The properties are identified as 1 Stadium Way, tax map number 169ED008.1, and a portion of an unaddressed parcel identified as tax map number 169ED008, as shown in the boundary map attached as Exhibit A. Both properties are zoned C4 and are appropriately zoned for the proposed overlay district use. Exhibit A identifies a property proposed overlay district boundary as approximately 585,000 square feet, 405, roughly 13.4 acres, including the stadium. The submitted application identifies the proposed days and hours of operation as Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., depending on the type of event, and includes alcohol sales. In accordance with Ordinance 1245 governing mobile food vending, Mr. Custer's application is submitted to the City Council for review.
Thanks, sir. Is the applicant here? Would you like to come and address the council? For the record, you know, you need.
Thank you.
your
My
name and
name is
address.
Kenny Custer. I'll use 1 Stadium Way for the address for today, if that's okay. Yeah, thanks. You know, we've talked about this a number of times, and I've been, you know, part of the conversation. And you know, common sense regulation is good sometimes, and I understand what you all are trying to accomplish. For us, we just want to continue the operations of what's been basically established since around 2019. I did maybe hear that a little bit of a modification that needs to be in that application, because we do operate to around 10 p.m.-ish on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm just circling this.
Yeah, so that.
8 to 5.
You know, it could have been an error as I was removing a bunch of parcels.
Because
out
it
of there
doesn't
to kind
include
of narrow
weekends
that down.
currently either.
Exactly.
But, so obviously during the application process, I just went ahead and put all the parcels in, listed everything, and then after conversations with, you know, City Attorney Litchford and some others and Mr. Howe, we pared that down to what made more sense, which was where we currently operate as of today, which is really inside the boundaries of the stadium. We did extend it briefly into that parking lot because we do have some ideas for the fall. But again, we'd just like to continue to operate as we do. I believe Mr. Tyler, Vice Mayor Tyler, kind of alluded to how we do a little bit of our POS system. You know, we are kind of unique as we control the POS system, and you know, we basically download everybody's menu to make sure that it's captured, and because that's how we do our splits. So we want to make sure that everything's captured accordingly and everything's captured, you know, here in the city. But it would be probably wise to look at some geolocation and stuff with different software and systems, and that information may be helpful for somebody that may not, you know what those options are that are out there. But again, you know, we just wanted to apply based on what we currently do and how we currently operate, and hopefully we can continue that operation, because if not, it would be really detrimental to our operations as it stands today.
Council, any questions? Yes, sir.
I know the security never was addressed in this. Something of this magnitude right here, say you have 7 trucks, that's gonna be a pretty big event. So you're probably gonna have, what, 3,000, 4,000 people?
You could.
Okay, so I was going to ask the police chief how much security should be required on something of this magnitude with that many people walking around out there, doing their spirits, eating their hot dogs and stuff.
Sorry, this caught me unawares. If we're talking about a normal soccer match, I believe they're required by the organization they're a member of that they have to hire an officer. They supplement that with their own security guards. I can tell you from experience, we have had minimal issues with what they experience now. They already, as a rule, I materials there. It's not necessarily a venue that we've identified as a problem. Minimal calls with the security they provide through us, with their additional security officers.
Just wondering.
Yeah, we have league mandated requirements there's actually a USL League affiliate that is there, and he actually goes around and counts all the counts at the gate, and then also counts the number of security. And we also use the same, we pay into off-duty management system for an East Ridge police officer to be there at whatever that rate is, because you have to have a uniform officer that can make contacts and has arrest powers. So. But Mr. Cagle, it would be similar to an event of Camp Jordan. So.
Anything? Is there anyone else in opposition, opposed or in favor of? Now is your opportunity to come forward. Still have the public hearing open. I see none. I'll close this public hearing and we'll move to the resolution.
A resolution approving the establishment of a mobile food vendor overlay district for certain property located Stadium Way pursuant to section 9-1105B of the East Ridge Municipal Code.
All right, Norma would ask for a motion and a second for the resolution, but Mr. Custer, I'm gonna ask, are you wanting to update your application with some changes before we address this?
I would just like to make a modification to the time. I believe it's at 8 to 5, and that time usually would probably be the 8 to 10:30. It's rare that it would go past 10:30.
And would that be 7 days a week? The application says Monday to Friday.
It would be, but primarily Saturdays for us.
Want to make sure that what's approved actually, aligns with what the need is.
Okay. So that, if you'll make a note of that on the application, council, I will now entertain a motion for resolution number 3842.
I make a motion to approve resolution 3842.
Second.
A motion approved by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion?
No discussion, just a comment, and I want to thank you for meeting us halfway on a lot of this. I know it's been kind of a process for you, and once again, thank you for recognizing the importance of capturing the sales tax in the city of East Ridge. You're a very important border region area, and I've seen your sales tax line item when we get our reports on that, so I'm glad to see you guys are doing your job over there.
Yeah, we're just ready to increase it.
All right, if no other discussion, roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler?
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle?
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell?
Yes.
Councilmember Witt?
Yes.
Mayor Williams?
Yes, resolution number 3842 passed. We'll move to item H, resolution number 3843.
Mayor, Council, thank
Yes.
you all very much. And I know this is separate and off topic, and I would love to meet with Mr. Corral and you guys again soon. But if the senior thing does come back up, Star Community would be happy to help provide and enhance the senior program. So, just so you know.
Thank you.
This is resolution 3843, a resolution authorizing the purchase of a 2026 F-150 truck for use by the Building and Codes Department.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Tyler.
Yes, Mayor and Council, the Building and Codes Department is seeking City Council's approval to purchase a new 2026 F-150 4x4 regular cab through the Tennessee Department of General Service statewide contract 209. This is in the amount of $48,591 from Lonnie Cobb Ford. This vehicle was included in the approved budget for the fiscal year 26-27.
Thank you, sir. Council will entertain a motion for resolution number 3843.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3843.
Second.
A motion to approve by Councilmember Ezell and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion? The only statement I have is that too big of a truck for you? There's an inside joke there.
Yeah, good Mayor.
Wow.
Roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler?
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle?
Yes.
Councilmember Councilmember Ezell?
Yes.
Councilmember Witt?
Yes.
Mayor Williams?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
We'll move to item I, resolution number 3844.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a brush chipping and grinding services agreement with Lumberjacks Tree Service LLC.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor, members of the council,
Yes, sir.
Mayor Williams, council. We had sent out a bid, the city of East Ridge, bid for the brush and chip and grinding and shredding of, all of our yard waste, process services to, scope, including the processing of, stockpile brush, limbs, logs, leaves, and other yard waste, and et cetera. Work operation storm, which is require contractors to provide on-call emergency grinding services, and propose for real share. I guess I'm not really positive about that one. Sale of mulch, processes wood produces for which will be the 10% of whatever they sell or ship up and sell.
just to clarify, the council's already awarded this bid. This is just the actual contract behind the bid process.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Parker. I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3844.
Make a motion to approve resolution 3844.
Second.
Have a motion approved by Vice Mayor Tyler and a second by Councilmember Ezell. Do we have any discussion?
Got one question.
Yes, sir.
Says here, $500 for each, mobilization. Does that mean every time he gets through chipping, mulching at our location? Okay, he takes it.
That's just emergency, like
Okay.
the fire department needs.
Okay, because the other guy used to.
Correct.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions?
I just want to take an opportunity to thank the sanitation department. They were running through my neighborhood picking up brush today. Appreciate you.
Awesome. No other comments? Then roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3844 passed. We'll move to item J, resolution number 3845.
A resolution authorizing the purchase of 6 Ford Interceptor sport utility vehicles for use by the East Ridge Police Department.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor and
Russell.
council, we are requesting approval to purchase 6 Ford Interceptors. They're outfitted for frontline officers. They are $59,447 each for a total of $356,682.
Thank you, sir. Which is included in the budget.
This is included in the budget.
Thank you. Council entertain a motion for resolution number 3845.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3845.
Second.
Motion approved by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3845 approved. We'll move to item K, resolution number 3846.
A resolution authorizing the return of unexpended funds from the fiscal year 2026 School Resource Officer Grant to the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Thank you, sir. Mr. McAllister.
Yes, Mayor and Council. The Economic and Community Development Department is requesting approval from the Mayor and Council to return the unexpended funds that were associated with the FY26 SRO grant that paid for school resource officers awarded to the East Ridge Police Department. In July 2025, the council approved the award in excuse me, in the amount of $300,000 for the SRO grant from the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. And after all final expenditures were associated with the program, there was a unexpended balance of $9,032.53 that needs to be returned to the state.
Thank you, sir. Council entertain a motion for resolution number 3846.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3846.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Ezell and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion? See none, roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3846 approved. We'll move to item L, resolution number 3847.
A resolution memorializing an appointment by City Council Member Ezell to the East Ridge Housing Commission.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Ezell.
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a motion to reappoint Grant Souter to the Housing Commission.
Have a motion by Councilmember Ezell and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion? See none, roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3847 approved. We'd like to thank Mr. Souter's previous service and continued service to the Housing Commission. We'll move to item M, resolution number 3848.
A resolution memorializing an appointment by City Council Member Witt to the East Ridge Housing Commission.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Witt.
Yes, I want to thank James Myers for filling in when Jeff got appointed here, or got elected here, and I'm going to reappoint him this year. And, it is James L.C. Myers.
And that is a form of a motion.
So, make a motion
Yes.
to appoint James
Okay.
L.C. Myers.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do you have any discussion? See none. Roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3848 approved. And I also want to thank Mr. Myers for his service previously and his continued service for the Housing Commission. We'll move to item N, resolution number 3849.
A resolution memorializing an appointment by Mayor Williams to the East Ridge Planning Commission.
Thank you, sir. I would like to reappoint Scott Cornelius to the Planning Commission. I'll make that motion.
Second.
I made the motion. We have a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion? See none. Roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Also like to thank Mr. Cornelius for his service previously on the Planning Commission and his continued service going forward. We'll move to item O, resolution number 3850.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a temporary access agreement with the TFSC Land, Inc. for access to Spring Creek and related stormwater improvements for inspection, maintenance, and debris removal activities. Real quickly before Mr. McAllister, this was put on today due to city work. Mr. McAllister may went to, but City Works went out. This is the boom over there in the Chickamauga Creek that City Works went out and discovered a significant amount of debris that needs to be cleaned out immediately. And so we've been working on an access by this land, and so unfortunately it needs to go tonight to get access to the land and execute this agreement. That's why it's on here tonight.
Thank you, sir. Mr. McAllister.
I'll
Anything to
just
add?
reiterate what City Attorney Litchford said. Earlier this year, the city partnered with ASA Engineering and Waterways to install a litter and debris boom in the Chickamauga Creek, which was located on a map behind the Public Works facilities, but also located between the 5090 South Furniture Store off the terrace, and access is best through the private property owned by TFSC Land LLC, or Inc., I'm sorry. And so we are asking for approval tonight to approve the temporary access agreement in order for our Public Works Department to gain access to clean out the boom.
Thank you, sir. Council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3850.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 3850.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Councilmember Ezell. Do we have any discussion? I will say that As we've discussed in the past, we are working on a comprehensive stormwater solution. We're doing our assets. We've taken as we talked about a year ago, we had the 500-year flood. This is another example of us making improvements, partnering with residents and with, in this case, business owners, allowing us to have an easement to go and actually clean up this debris. So very excited for what we have coming forward out of the study and to determine how we want to address future improvements like these going forward. No other discussion? Roll call, Ms. Qualls.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3850 approved. That's the last item on the main agenda. We'll move to item P, which is discussion of the tentative agenda for August the 27th, 2026. Under old business, ordinance number 1252, an ordinance of the amend Title IX business peddlers, solicitors, etc. by adding a new chapter 12 named specialty shops and to amend the East Ridge zoning ordinance number 481 relative to the zoning regulation concerning specialty shop established. This would be the second reading. It did pass earlier tonight. Any questions, council?
No questions, just a little bit of clarification, because we didn't get to discuss earlier, but this is effectively gonna have, it'll have the effect of lowering the amount of smoke shops in East Ridge, which I think was the original intent, correct?
The congestion of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna slow the rate of growth. Okay, that's all I needed, thank you.
And this was amended, so just remember that. So it'll come to the second reading already amended. Any other questions? See none. Under new business is unnumbered resolution approval of bid for professional sports photography services for youth and adult sport programs. Ms. Collins.
Yes, Mayor and Council. This memo is to inform City Council that the Parks and Rec Department will open photography service bid packets next Wednesday on August 19th, and that will be for the sports calendar year of when our seasons start 2026 through September of 2027. Following the bid opening, we will evaluate all submissions and proposals, and then we will make a recommendation to Council on September 10th.
Thank you, ma'am. Council, any questions? See none. Is there any other items of business we need to consider next council meeting?
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
I've had several citizens ask me about the storage tanks over on side of 75. Are those for sewage or are those for the stormwater that's running off?
Yes.
Yes, both of them?
A little bit of both. It
Yes.
addresses I&I issues, infill and infiltration, and instead of having overflows that discharge directly into creeks, it creates storage capacity, but there is also a specific stormwater component to it as well. So both will be stored there over time.
So it's for both?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is it strictly for East Ridge?
No.
No, it's for,
There is an allocation when we sold the land that there is capacity for East Ridge, but it also does supply capacity for Hamilton County. I don't remember the ratio, but yes.
okay. Thank you.
Anything else, council? See nothing. Thanks everyone for attending tonight. We appreciate you hanging in here. Your attendance is appreciated, and we